So you want to change your life, but you just don't know how to. You're tired of the manifestation videos, the motivational videos. You want actual strategies, things you actually can do tangibly to achieve your goals. Well, that's why I'm here. This video is where I'm going to give you guys actual strategies and techniques you can do to transform your life. And of course, here are the timestamps. So first, we're going to start out with life scripting. If you're not familiar with life scripting is basically where you're writing out the life that you want to have and the things that you want to achieve. And though this may sound very similar to manifestation, the little bit of a difference for me is it is a form of manifestation, but the difference is you're actually able to figure out how you want your life to be and what your goals are. A big issue that a lot of people have as far as achieving their goals, and I should say not achieving their goals, is because they don't know where they're going. You have these dreams. I want to be rich. I want to make more money. I want to get a better car, another house. You need to be specific with your goals so they're actually goals and not just dreams. A goal is something you can achieve. A dream is something you wish upon. You get what I'm saying? The difference. A dream is I want to have a new car. A goal is I want to have a 2024 AMG GLE Benz. I probably said that a little wrong, but you get what I'm saying. It's very specific, so you can specifically know how much money to make. You can specifically know how much it's going to cost. You can specifically know where you're going to get it from, right? A dream, you just dream. You don't even know how you're gonna get there. So what life scripting is basically when you journal, but you're writing it out as the individual that you wanna be. So what time are you waking up? What time are you going to sleep? What are you doing throughout your day? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of food do you eat? Be very specific about the individual that you want to be. Write that individual down so you have a better understanding of how to actually become that individual. And then sometimes if you even want to be that individual, a lot of us have these goals, dreams, and aspirations and stuff that are mainly dreams. And we think we want those things, but the whole time we don't really want them. We just like the idea of them. And then when you write things down or you go after things, you're like, whoa, wait, let me pivot a little bit. I actually don't want to do that thing. Or let me pivot a little bit. I actually don't want to do that thing. But a lot of people are going in the wrong direction. You're going after something you don't want to do. You're going after a person you don't really want to be for the simple fact that you actually haven't put it in perspective of your life. Like life script. Literally write down the person that you want to be as if you're already that person. I do it all the time. I journal and I write it on the date in which I want that year to be. It could be 1 month from now, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, and just how is your life? And really it puts you in the mindset of being that person. And what are some of the things that you're going to have to do now? What are some of the habits you're going to have to develop now to become that person? So I definitely recommend life scripting. Now next, you need to start breaking down your goals. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of people don't achieve their goals is because they're not really attainable. Like they don't seem attainable. They just seem like a theory. And so you need to start breaking down your goals so they're actually achievable and you're not stressed out, right? So I have this little thingy thing. And it says how to accomplish goals. So first here it says your big monthly goal, right? This is the challenging goal. This is the thing that you want to do, you want to accomplish that month. You're going to break that goal down into 4 weekly targets because there's 4 weeks in a month. What are the 4 things you have to achieve every single week that are going to help you get to that goal as far as like the build up? Then, what is your daily task per week? What are things you're going to do on a daily basis? Habits you're going to have to actually get to that goal. So let's say your big challenging goal is to gain 12 pounds, right? I'm talking about for me, I need a little bit of weight. So every single week, right? 12 divided by 4, every single week, I'm probably going to have to gain on average 3 pounds to get to eventually that 12. So then every single week I have to gain 3 pounds. So by week 3, I should already be at 9, right? It gives you a better idea. Are you actually going after your goal? Because what happens is a lot of us have goals in the beginning of the month and then the end of the month comes and we're like, oh, I didn't accomplish a goal. Oh, I didn't do it. If you were keeping track of it, you would have already knew by week 2, you were nowhere near your goal. By week 3, there was no way of you even achieving that thing. So then we need to start back at the drawing board and readjust our goal or readjust our habits. Then on your daily tasks per week, what are you doing on a daily basis consistently that's helping you get towards that goal? So are you working out? Are you eating a certain amount of protein? Are you changing your diet? What are you doing that is helping you get to that weekly target and then that big monthly target? So I'm a big advocate of breaking down your goals to make them obtainable and actually achievable. Next, one of the biggest things that we struggle with are that our skill does not match the challenge, or our challenge does not match the skill. I say that to say, we procrastinate a lot, right? So if our skill is too high for the challenge, the thing that we want to complete, we're going to get bored, right? If the challenge is to read 1 book a month, but you know you can read 3 books in a week, or you can read 1 book in a week, the challenge is not gonna feel fulfilling to you. It's gonna feel boring. It's gonna be like, okay, well, whatever. If the challenge is for you to, I don't know, let's think about graduate high school. I don't really know, right? What if the challenge is do high school level work, but you've already got your master's degree, you've already been to college. It's not gonna feel fulfilling. So it's really important that you make sure your skill matches with the challenge. But the same way on the other end, if the challenge is too hard for you and you don't have a high enough skill, it's going to make you feel frustrated because it's so hard. So if the challenge instead is too high, right? And the challenge, let's say, is you have to start, you have to lose 20 pounds this month. You don't work out. You don't go to the gym. You don't eat healthy. That's going to feel very hard for somebody who is not even in that type of mindset, doesn't have the high enough skill level. They're going to feel like, this is frustrating, I don't want to do this, and I'm going to quit. Right? Because the challenge is too high. So your skill and your challenge have to kind of match each other. If your skill was too high for the challenge, it's going to be boring and you're not going to want to do it. But if the challenge is too high, then you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be like, this is way too hard. So then you need to focus on how to get them to match. Right? So to do things to increase your skill means reading books, maybe doing coaching, maybe doing courses, a sense of consistency. Now, how to increase the challenge. Maybe you need to meet new individuals and be in a new space. Maybe you're surrounded by a whole bunch of individuals they're just a reflection of your past, or they're a reflection of things you don't want to do or places you don't want to be. Getting into new industries, starting new things, right? A lot of times we're too comfortable. You've been doing the same thing for so long that's why it's boring to you. That's why it's not fulfilling to you, because you need something new. And then also another thing to increase your challenge is higher goals or targets. If you know you can consistently do something, then maybe that thing is too easy for you. First, start out with doing things consistently. But when you've been doing something consistently for a certain amount of time, increase your challenge. Make things a little bit harder for you. You already have the skill. You've already been doing this thing for so long, or you already know how to do this thing, right? Let's say, if it's perspective, a lot of people want to grow on social media. The thing is, people would tell themselves, oh yeah, my challenge is to post 1 time a day. And then they wonder why they feel bored and they don't really feel like a content creator, or it feels like, well, it's probably because 1 time a day is too easy for you. You know you can post consistently 1 time a day. Let's see if you could post consistently 2 times a day. Make it a little bit more challenging. Make it so that you have to work a little bit harder. Or sometimes your skill is, the challenge is too high. Some people convince themselves they have to post 4 times a day, 5 times a day. And it's like, you don't even have enough skill for that. You don't know how to edit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how to create content. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to increase your skill before you can increase your challenge. You need to increase your challenge if the skill is too boring, right? So think about how you feel. I feel blank, wow, blank, right? Figure out how you feel when it comes to certain things and how you feel about doing certain things, and figure out if you need to increase your skill or if you need to increase the challenge. Now, getting into problem solving. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's like hair in my eye. Getting into problem solving. So a lot of times we procrastinate because we're focused too much on the problem, too much on the problem. So it's a thing of you engulf yourself so much on the problem. You spend so much time thinking about it. You spend so much time like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then you oftentimes end up doing nothing. That happens for a lot of us, including myself. So you need to figure out before you stress over something, before you waste all this time, is this an anchor problem or is this a gravity problem? And let me tell you the difference. First, an anchor. If you think of an anchor, something that holds down a boat, very heavy, right? Holds down a boat, a cruise, a large vessel, very, very heavy. But it's possible to pull it up. It's not impossible. Is it going to be hard? Yes. Is it going to take some time? Yes. But it's not impossible. It can be changed. Gravity. This lip gloss. If I let it go, it's going to fall. There's nothing I can do to change that unless I put something under it. But you cannot change gravity. You cannot change that thing. That thing is impossible to be changed. Anchor, you can change. Think about that. Anchor can be changed. Gravity can be not. So when you are having problems, think of them as gravity and or anchor problems before you spend all this time relinquishing yourself over being in such a bad place. A gravity problem. I am turning 24 next year. A lot of people, they stress over their age. Oh, I'm turning a certain age. Oh, da, 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 da. That's a gravity problem. That's not anything that you can change. If you're having a gravity problem around your age, right, that's something you can't change. Now let's pinpoint, what is the issue? Why do I feel so scared about turning this age? If I know it's something that I can't control, if I know it's something that's out of my ability to do anything about, why am I so scared about this thing? What are the action steps I need to do to feel like I can solve this thing? Because I cannot solve it by focusing on, I turn a certain age next year. You get what I'm saying? Or let's say, you're in a situation and right now it literally cannot be changed. Like it's literally, there's no way possible. But then there's gravity problems, right? Anchor problems. So anchor problems are things that you can change, but they may be a little hard. So you working at a job. I know sometimes people are like, oh, I hate my job. I hate my job. That's an anchor problem. You can change that situation. And I know it's not the easiest thing to do. I never said it was going to be easy. I told you anchor is very heavy to pull up, takes a lot of strength, but it is possible. If you are in a situation that you do not like, if you are in a situation that you possibly can change, be honest with yourself about this. Can I change this thing? Is it going to hurt somebody's feelings? Possibly. Is it going to hurt my feelings? Possibly. But think about it. Is it for the better? And then how do I solve this problem? But I think one of the biggest things is people being honest with themselves about if they can or can't change this thing. I've mentioned in previous episodes how, I am a full-time content creator, and people often ask me how I became a content creator, things like that. And then when I tell them, one of the things people tell me is, oh, well, I'm not pretty enough to be a content creator. They only want pretty or popular people, or I don't have the right camera. I need a specific type of camera. That's an anchor problem. First and foremost, people like people. Stop convincing yourself, well, you gotta look a certain way, da-da-da. But then also at the same time, it's like, you don't have the best camera? Yeah, okay, let's use the back. I always tell people, the back camera to your phone is so great. It's a lot better than your front camera. Like, focus on the things that you already have. Focus on the things you can do to get yourself out of your situation. Figure out if these are gravity or anchor problems, okay? And another thing to do is habit stacking. Habit stacking is when you have a current habit, you're gonna stack with the habit that you want to start doing, you wanna start including. So, right, let's say if you're like, okay, I wanna start working out more. Maybe you're like, okay, when I brush my teeth in the morning, I'm gonna start squatting. Okay, I wanna start listening to podcasts more. When I'm on my way to work every single morning, I'm gonna make sure I listen to a podcast. Habit stacking is basically where there's things that you already do, current habits that you already have, things that are constant for you, and then you include things that you want to start making part of your new healthy habits. There's a lot of healthy habits we can try to introduce, and it's not like, oh, you have to change your entire life. I think that's a big reason why people don't want to do a lot of healthy habits, is because they feel like they have to change their life. They feel like they have to change this and they have to change that. But a lot of times you can mix things with the things you already do. Maybe you're like, I want to start stretching, I want to do yoga. Okay, well, when you watch that TV show, or when you watch, you get what I'm saying, something that you normally already watch and you be sitting in the bed with, do a stretch or something like that. Like, don't get into the mindset of like, oh, if you want to start introducing healthy habits, you can't keep doing the habits that you already have. Even me, myself, when I'm on the treadmill, I'll be on a treadmill for like 30, 45 minutes sometimes. I watch TV shows all the time because I was going to watch TV already, and it just keeps me consistent because I'm like watching a show and I'm on a treadmill. And I'm like, wow, dang. I was already gonna do this thing, but I was just gonna sit in the bed and do it, sit on the couch and do it. So start habit stacking. Start doing your current habits mixed with the habits that are good for you. And another one is spot, stop, swap. So when you have things that you know you need to stop doing, first spot them. Let's become aware of those things that we need to stop doing. Spot it. Hey, wait, I need to stop doing that. Whether it's you being rude, whether it's you biting your nails, whether it's you, we do so many things that we're like, all right, I need to stop doing this thing. Spot it, stop it. Stop it in its track. Don't even think about it. Once you start spotting things, I'm a nail biter. I be having to be like, just stop. Don't even think about it, because then I'm gonna try to convince myself, wait, and by I know it, the whole nail already off. Stop. Get into a habit of stopping and then swapping it, figuring out something to swap it with. Yes, I know for certain things it's easier than others, but for me, even now, I'm now wearing like these press-ons, right? With these press-ons, I'm not able to bite my nails. There's certain things you can do to spot, stop, and swap. It's just you getting into the routine of it. And the first thing, most important thing, is spotting it. Spot this thing so you can stop doing this thing and then figure out what you can swap it with. A lot of times we think we should just stop cold turkey. We should just not want to do this thing no more. If it's something you've already been doing, understand that you're going to need something to replace it with. Don't be a tyrant. Don't feel like, oh, I should know I should stop this. I should know. Yeah, you're right, but you're human, so give yourself some slack. Like, come on now. But yeah, so those are the things that I definitely recommend, some strategies I definitely recommend to start implementing in the new upcoming year and just in life. Those are just a few things. I might make a video if you guys like it on some more things you can do. Also, I might make these into like downloadable spreadsheets if you guys would like, so you guys can like print them out yourself and do them. If you want that, tell me below and I'll make something for that. But thank you guys so much for watching my video and have a great one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.